It's an industry that I generally love. I have a passion for. I eat, sleep, I live for fitness.
No, you need to be obsessed. You need to wake up, think about it. You need to go to bed, think about your clients, think about your progress, think about what you can do better.
Genuinely, just be patient and take your time. That is you've got to take it all in the right steps. You've got to nail what you do in person before you go online.
I don't like to talk about fear. The fears is usually something that makes your worries real.
You are listening to the Coaching Ignited show, where we bring you stories and insights from coaches, fitness professionals and industry experts to help you expand your business and reach your goals. If you're a new listener, thanks for joining us. My name is Alex Povey. You can subscribe to the podcast on all your favorite apps, including Spotify and iTunes. The Coaching Ignited movement is on a mission to help coaches and personal trainers increase their sales and reach their full potential. If you wanted to find out more, please head over to CoachingIgnited.com. And if you wanted to connect with us on social media, all the details can be found in the show notes. Now let's get into today's show.
Hey guys, if you're new to the show, then it's great to have you here with us. Hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time we release a new show. And if you're returning, then it's great to have you back with us. And I'm really looking forward to Jessie sharing her story with you today on the podcast. And I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that can relate to how Jessie used fitness to escape depression, alcohol and drug use. And we look at some of the gym culture and some of the darker sides of the industry which are not always spoken about. And Jessie has really persevered with her passion for fitness and carved out a successful coaching career. And we talk about some of the most effective methods that she's used to grow her client base and deliver a service that keeps people coming back for more. So I'd really love to get your feedback as always on this one. If you can post it on your social media, on your stories and tag us in, that'd be great. We can spread this message and raise the awareness and get more people engaged. Then I can bring you better guests and I can create more and more content for you guys to give you more value. So I'd really appreciate that. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we're live, Jessie. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. So why don't we start with how you got into fitness? Why did you choose to become a personal trainer, first of all? Why did that all begin for you?
Okay. So when I started for two reasons. The first, because I wanted to make friends. I didn't know many people in here. So I thought the good way to meet new people was going to the gym and meet new people. And the main one was because I have suffered of depression for many years. I think it was because one of the reasons is, when I came to this country, I struggled a lot. So that's what put me down a lot. And because of work and everything, I was just in a very bad situation. And I was very depressed for many years and I was drinking and going part of the time to forget about my problems all the time. And as well, I was taking recreational drugs all the time as well. So I say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and try it up just for fun. And I try it and I enjoy it a lot. So the first time, this is quite cool. And when I started to train, I stopped drinking and I stopped taking drugs. So I keep going like that. And I started to feel better with myself. So the main reason is, because it made me feel better with myself, give me more confidence, give me more reasons to keep going. Instead just to every night go out and wake up in the morning or afternoon, hungover, then eat something and go party again and keep going like that. It's not a way to live, is it?
So what turned it into a career then? Because that's you got into it for yourself, for your own mental health really, and to make yourself feel better. But how did you take that and then get to where you are now as training all these different clients? What were the steps to get to where you are now?
Well, I was at Pro Life Fitness as a client in there. And I enjoyed the way they're training and everything. And one of my trainers in there, he was showing me how to do everything. And I'm like, that is pretty cool, the way you're doing everything. So that's why I say, I want to do as well. And that's why I started. But then if I think about, when I was very young, I was a kid. My sister was overweight, massively overweight. So I remember when she was at school, she used to come back from school, crying because the kids was taking a piece of her, laughing at her because she was fat. So one day I said, well, over here, I said, you know what? I'm going to help you to lose weight. So every morning before school, used to go together. I used to go on a bike because I was very skinny. And she used to run. So for half an hour, running for many months until she lost the weight. So I think it's kind of related with that, the way that I want to help people. And then when I went to the gym, I started to train myself. I said, like, I feel so good. I want other people to feel good as well.
So in terms of your career, it started obviously with your sister, first of all.
Yeah.
That's where you got the taste for training people and coaching people.
But I didn't know.
You didn't know that's what it was at the time. And then you go to Frontline. And then from Frontline, what happened from there?
And I went to Lifestyle and I started working there.
How long do you spend in Lifestyle?
1 year.
Did you like it there?
It was okay. Like, I had many clients. I'm successful. Wherever I go, I'm good. People love me. Thanks God. So it's very easy for me to pick up clients. It's just the problem is more than anything, the personal trainers in there. Like, I'm not going to say names because it's not cool, but people get jealous of you doing better, which is silly because you can do better as well if you work harder. And because I have this jealousy all the time around, I felt like I didn't feel like it was welcome in the gym anymore. So at some point, I said, that's it, I can't be here anymore. I know I'm going to lose clients and I have to start from the beginning again, but I am not having anymore. And I left the gym. So
did it affect your clients as well? Were they aware of what was going on in terms of how you felt in the gym? And was it affecting your work?
It was affecting a lot my work. First of all, because I didn't want to go to work anymore. Second, my clients used to come to me and say, oh, I can see how people here is looking at you. It's not nice the way they're looking, the comments they're making as well. And I was like, all the time I say to them, yeah, it's nothing, don't worry about it. But inside it was killing me because I've been depressed for many years and that situation it wasn't helping me at all. Because I used to finish work, get in the car and cry, and I'm driving home and I'm crying and I'm mad at myself because I'm like, why am I crying for these idiots? You understand? And then at some point I say like, no, that's it. I'm done. I'm sick of this place. And I left.
So I'm guessing that was a very tough point in your career.
Yeah.
And did you feel like quitting at any point and just doing something else? Or were you like, no, I just need to get out of here and get into another gym?
Yeah, I just thinking I need to go somewhere else because I know what I'm doing is good. I know my job is good. I know what I do is good. And I know I'm good in what I'm doing. So I'm like, why should I stop doing something I'm good at just because some people cannot accept that? Mm. Yeah, maybe it was the fact that I was in that experience, but even though I was having much clients and people who had been in the industry for many, many years. So I guess that pissed off a lot of people. But it's like, I'm sorry.
Do you think that's where the jealousy is coming from?
Probably, yeah.
The fact that you're newer to the industry and other trainers that are more experienced are looking at you and potentially seeing you as a threat to their business, when in reality, that's not really the case. When you're in a gym at that size, when there's like 2,000-3,000 members,
yeah,
you're not really a threat because there's enough clients for everyone, really, let's be honest.
Exactly. Like, jealousy is a horrible feeling as well, because what is jealousy at the end? It's like you feel jealous because it's like, how can I explain this? It's like your dreams trying to tell you something. You understand? So if I feel like I don't have something that someone else has, that means it's because I feel like my dreams are behind other ones, and that's why I feel like that way. So if you feel that way, just do something about it.
Mm. So what happened next? So when you got out of Lifestyle, where did you go and how did things change?
I went to JD Manchester. It's a new gym. They opened, was it May at the time?
Is that the one on Whitworth Street?
Yeah, exactly. It changed because managing was completely different. The way they do everything. They're younger, so probably that's why as well, so more friendly.
What, the trainers or the management?
Management. And the trainer as well, they are young as well. They were nicer. People is more friendly in there. I enjoy training there. And it's a lot more respect. You said the vibe is much better. So that's why you say, yeah, this is a very good choice I made. I was happy. I was scared at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, I have to start everything from beginning-ish because all my clients came with me. So I know that I'm a PT, but my business is myself. So no matter where I go, people come with me no matter what. And I started there. It's been okay. So up and downs because like everywhere, nowhere is perfect. But so far it's good.
So you said a lot of clients came with you.
Yeah.
So they're very loyal clients. And you said you've had quite a lot of them for a long time as well. They've been training with you for a long time. What do you think is the key to keeping the clients that you've got? Why do they want to keep coming back to you? Why do they want to keep training with you?
Ooh, I think it's very personal because I give all my attention to all my clients. Okay, like for me, everyone is important no matter what. When some of them come to me and say, I have this issue, but I feel bad to tell you this issue because I know other people have bigger problems. Like, no, it's not like that. Your problem is as big as anybody else. So I take everyone separate. I make sure I text everyone. I speak with everyone. I listen to everyone, everything. And if I can give an advice, I'll give an advice. If I can make you feel better, why not? So I guess it's that, the fact that I make them feel better about themselves.
So do you offer them like advice and support outside the realm of personal training and fitness?
Yeah. I talk to them all the time, on the phone as well, after work. I give little details. How you say, not details, like gifts to make sure like they're okay, to give them a smile, to make it look good with themselves. Because for so many years, I missed that. I didn't have anyone close to me. So when I see people who have struggled, I say, well, I'm going to do something to make them happy. So I think they see that. And that's why they're so loyal to me, because I'm trying to make them feel happy, make them feel good about themselves.
So when you say these little gifts, you mean like texts, calls, messages, like little bits of support to help them stay on track?
Yeah, sometimes even from nowhere, I will send you a nice text saying how good they are doing, how amazing they are. And or like, for example, I had this client, so at the moment she's not having a great time. So I bought her a book about how other people, other people's life can look better, but the reality is we all struggle, so keep going. So I got her this book, and it's a funny book. Then I wrote it on this one, where you can read it because I'm not good reading. Here you go.
Okay, so this is so you wrote her a nice little message here inside the book. Nice little personal touch. So do you think this stuff is really important to the success of your business? All these little messages and bits of support outside of that hour that they spend with you. How important do you think that is to your business?
It's very important. People need to know that you care about them. It's not just about the money. Because if people think or feel that you are with them just because of the money, they're going to leave you because they're going to feel used. And I don't want that for my clients. That's why when I talk to them, it's not about the money. So I understand, you need to pay me because I need to pay my bills as well. But it's not about that. Some people sometimes, they stop training because they can afford it for a bit. But I'm still talking to them. I'm still texting them, still making sure they're okay. And then whenever they can, they come back to me because they feel like I actually care, because I do care.
So have you always done that from the beginning? Texting, messaging, sending these little updates? Or is it something that you've developed over time as you've evolved as a trainer?
No, I always done it.
So it's your personality.
Yeah, just
you're a caring person.
Yeah, I really care about everybody. Like, it's a good thing, but at the same time, my mom says it's not a good thing because I care more about other people than myself. So I make sure everyone is okay, and then whatever is left is me.
Okay. That can be a little bit dangerous sometimes.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other day on the podcast, where as coaches, it's really important to look after yourself. Because if you look after yourself financially, physically, mentally, then you can actually show up to your clients a lot better and give them a better service because you're taken care of first. It's kind of like loving yourself.
Yeah.
To be loved by others. Kind of got to do that. But it's very difficult sometimes as a coach to find that balance because you're in the business of helping people. So it's all about giving all the time. Yeah. And then you compromise yourself. And you slide off track a little bit when you need just as much support as the people that you train, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do to look after yourself?
I train. I love training.
Train hard. I've seen you.
I train very hard. I love it. Anytime I got time, I'll go and train. That's the way I look after myself. I eat very clean as well. I do competitions, bodybuilding competition because I love it. And it's a way I look after myself as well. So I know I'm on track with everything. And I talk with my family every night as well. I call them to make sure they're fine, and that makes me feel okay as well. So the small things, and look after my dog, make me feel so happy. So anytime I'm sad, I just next to my dog, stay with him, and that recharge me, and I'm back again in track, and I feel okay.
How important do you think training is to your mental health?
Very important. if I don't train for a few days, I feel shit. Honestly, I go down mentally. I feel like I have no purpose. I'm wasting my life doing anything with myself. So I need to train constantly.
Why do you think that is, that training has such a big impact on your mindset and the way you feel?
Because I feel strong when I train. I feel in control. And when I'm doing nothing, I don't feel like I have control of anything. So I just feel like I'm just wasting my time. And because again, I have depression. And all the time I felt like I wasn't built for this world. I didn't want to be here because I didn't find anything to do. So when I train, I feel like, okay, this is my purpose. Just keep going. So if I stop doing it, what I'm here for.
So for you, it's more than just a career, right? It's not just about making money.
No, absolutely.
And transactions and
I
winning
don't do
clients.
It for the money. It's not, well, I do it for the money, of course. Like I need to pay my bills, but it's not like I'm doing all this stuff because I want to make money. It's a consequence of what I do. I make good money, but it's never been about the money.
Do you think it's a tough industry to get into if you're just about making money?
Yeah. Yes, because it's so many hours and you don't sleep that much at night. Sometimes you don't even have time to eat and you have to listen to everybody all the time. Everyone complain about something. And if you don't like what you do, you're going to quit very soon. It's not easy, especially at the beginning. On the first 6 months, even a year, first year, it's very hard. You are not making money. It's only money come out from your wallet, but it's not much that coming in. Mm-hmm. So unless you have someone who's going to help you out, it's very hard.
What did you do in the beginning then? So when you first started out, when you went self-employed for the first time, how did you grow? How did you build your business?
I stayed in the gym all day. That's it. I wasn't moving from there. Or if I wasn't training, I was walking around talking to people, giving free sessions, which I don't do anymore. I don't give free sessions anymore.
So you don't give any free tasters or anything?
No, that's Why? It. Because I say, if you should know me already. If you don't know me, go and follow me on Instagram, and then you can see how I work. And when you see me at the gym, you can notice the way I work. So I don't need to prove myself to anybody. So
okay, so you're using yourself as the branding in the gym because you're always in the gym and you're always training, and that is your marketing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But when you first started, did that generate you the clients that you wanted? Were you getting clients just by training alone and leveraging your Instagram?
A lot of people came close to me just because of the way I look. They're like, oh my God, you look beautiful. Your body, can I train with you? I'm like, yeah, sure. And that's how I pick up clients. At the beginning, my first client was only because I look good, for nothing else.
So did you find it easy starting out?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Even though it was hard, you were doing the long hours, but clients were coming to you. You didn't necessarily have to go into the marketplace, look for clients.
Yeah, like I remember at the beginning, if I have to go to someone, ask them if they want a session, they would say yes to the free session, but then after that, that's it. Instead, the people who actually pay me is the people who I didn't go for it. The people who came to me and asked for it. Mm. So that's why, like, at the moment, I'm like, it's no point for me to go looking for people. I give information, like if you see my social media, I'm always giving free content, but then it's up to people to come to me. Mm. If they are happy with what they see, if they think like I'm good enough, they'll come to me.
So how do you treat your social media? Do you have like a strategy or a way of posting or a style that you've built on there to make sure that you're giving value and generating clients? What's your process?
At the beginning, I was just putting posts about myself. It was everything about me. Then at some point, I realized, like, if I want to succeed, it's not all about me because people don't care about you. People care about what you can do for them. So I changed it.
Very true. Very true.
I changed it, and now I'm just giving information on how they can lose weight, how they can any tricks for improve their health, anything that can help them out to start. And then when they start, they say, okay, Jessie's right, this helped me, but I need more. I'm going to go to her now and see what she can offer.
So do you spend a lot of time on social media?
Yeah.
How much a day?
Well, I write every night. I have to write 1 to 2 posts. Then I publish whenever I have the time. But 1 or 2 posts, they have to write it down. And then, so nighttime, especially before I go to bed, more than anything. Daytime is more than anything. It's just scrolling up, wasting time, which I should not do it, but I do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get sucked into just scrolling on Instagram.
Yeah.
I myself have made more of an effort at the moment to stop consuming and start producing more. Because it's easy to just consume but what's harder is actually producing and creating the content and writing the captions and putting stuff out there is really what's going to help you build your business. By consuming, you're getting ideas. It's addictive. You're getting ideas, but all you're doing is consuming other people's businesses that they're building. Yeah, because that's what they're doing. They're posting content to grow their businesses, and you're just consuming it. Yet your business is not advancing any further. Exactly. So it's trying to find the balance between looking at what everyone's doing and getting some ideas, but then actually going on there to produce. I'm making a big effort right now to maximize production versus consumption. Yeah. And really just stick to accounts that add value to me rather than just follow anyone. Yeah. I don't even use the feed anymore. Did you see that update yesterday? They released an update on Instagram for probably about 2 hours. And instead of swiping like up and down, it was side to side. Really? Yeah. No. It was announced on Twitter. I had it on my phone for about an hour. And then I think they posted another tweet. Mark Zuckerberg posted another tweet. Oh, we've cancelled it. It's not going to be an update because there was so much backlash. I don't know if they're going to keep it or change it. But it's kind of like that instead of up. Okay, that's weird. It was a bit weird. But I don't even use the feed anymore. Yeah. I use stories. Yeah, that's it. Most people are on the stories, right? Yeah, everything's on the stories now. You have to put something. If you put no stories, people like to connect with you, know what you're doing. Even if it's silly stuff, they want to know what you do. They want to know about you, right? It's more personal, right? Yeah. So you post a lot of stories. Yeah. You do a lot of like selfie stories, right? Yeah. I like to talk about myself, about what I do in my day. Give some advices if I got something. But you show up every day on the story. You always post on the story. Yeah, everything, something. Every day I have to post something. I feel good. If I don't post anything, I'm like, oh, I'm missing out. So do you get people messaging you off the back of the stories or off the back of the feed? Where does the leads come from? Stories. Ah, that's interesting. Stories, yeah. Clients come from stories. Why do you think they come from stories? Because they feel like I'm not real. It's for me. When when they say my post, they're like, it's very, okay, it's teaching me this, okay, but it's just very robotic kind of thing. But if you're posting about yourself and talking on the stories, they relate more to you. They know you more. So, okay, she struggled like me. She has this type of client, so she can help me more. When it's a post, it's just very, I don't know how to say it. It's very basic, what they can see. They don't know you. Yeah. When did you start doing the stories? As soon as they came out. Really? Yeah. That's been going for a while then. Yeah. Because it came from Snapchat, really, didn't it? I didn't like Snapchat. No, I didn't like the functionality. It's quite slow as well. Yeah. It didn't operate very quick. But that's kind of where the stories came from. And then Instagram did the update, and now you get the Facebook as well. So is your Facebook and Instagram no, I don't. Linked? I'm not a big fan of Facebook. You don't use it? I don't really. I have the page. So like a business page. Yeah. But I don't really use it. It's just whatever I post on Instagram, go to the page. That's it. So it just feeds it over, but you're not actively on there creating unique content. No, everything is on Instagram. I enjoy a lot more Instagram. So that's why. So stories are big for you then? Yeah, big thing. Like sometimes I got many views, right? So but I like to go and have a look which people is looking my stories. Even if it's 1,000 people, I'm going to go down and have a look which people is actually all the time checking. Yeah. And I go in there and I look, oh, this people is new. And then I check after a few days and like, oh, this people is back again. Keep watching. And after a week or two, you see them texting me and asking me for that. So do you encourage people to message you, or do they just message you off the back of the story? They just message me at the back of the story. And what do you put in your stories then? What content do you put in it? Has it got like a theme every single time, or is it random? Or it's just very random. What? Give us some ideas of what you put in it. I'm working today I woke up. No, yesterday I woke up thinking about the jealousy, because I don't even remember why. Like we spoke about at the start. Yeah. And I say, okay, I want to talk about that a little bit more. And I knew I was going to write a post about it. So I said, well, let me make a story as well to a background of the post. So people just don't just only read the post, but understand why I'm putting this post. It's that personal touch, isn't it? Yeah. People see the real you, and people buy from real people. Exactly. It's kind of like, do you follow James Smith? James Smith. Calorie deficit guy. No. He lives out in Bondi Beach. He's like a big trainer at the moment, but he bangs out Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, stories, and just says it how it is. Swears a lot. Very vulgar. But he's very, very authentic. And that works very, very well for them, because people like that authenticity. Because I think what's happened now with like Instagram and influencers is people kind of understand more that it's not always reality. People don't like that so much. And now they're trying to find stuff that's real, people that are genuine, people that are honest, people who just say it how it is, versus people who have got like the perfect lifestyle. Because it's hard to relate to someone that's perfect.
Yeah.
And if people can see the imperfections and the downfalls in you, but you're in a good place, they can relate to that and go, well, they have their down moments as well, but they're still doing okay. So maybe I can be like that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's why entrepreneurs always have good stories. They talk about how they went from rags to riches, or before they used to live on the street and now they're a millionaire. Because people can relate to that.
Yeah.
Relatability is so important. I think that will be way more important going into 2019, particularly with online training as well. People need to see genuine people, authentic people, and not this perfect lifestyle. And it'll be really important with your personal brand, I think, next year to just be the real you.
Yeah, and it's not even good for your brain. If you pretend like you have a perfect life on the social media, and then you go to the real life where you actually have a bad life, your brain is like, doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I have a great life, but actually I don't.
Because you're wearing a mask. You wear a mask for too long, that mask gets very, very heavy.
Yeah.
And that's tough on your mental health. So your client base is pretty healthy right now.
Yeah.
What would you say that comes down to? Why have you got so many clients?
I have no idea. Just because people like me. I guess it's that more than anything. Well, results. People see the results.
How do you make sure you get these guys results then? Have you got like a secret sauce, a formula that you follow every time to get them the results? Whether it's the support, whether it's the accountability, whether it's the style of training, the diets that you use, what makes you so good at getting results?
Well, I program everything. As soon as the person coming here to me, check the calories, check everything. I create like 3 phases to make sure people is actually improving. And every one phase is for weeks, phase 2, other for weeks. And the phase 3, them week 8 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to follow that. So I make sure I don't give that to them. I give them the easy stuff. So I say, just eat this or eat these calories, and that's it. And I do all the rest. So I follow that, and I make sure they're doing everything right. And then I text them every night.
Do you text your clients every single night?
Every night, text every night. They have to send me a picture of their food every night. Even if they're following my nutrition, I want the picture. So they're proving they actually eat what they say they're eating.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
That's some serious accountability.
Yeah. And
every single night, all your clients?
Every night they have to text me. If they don't text me that night, the next session, they have a punishment.
Oh, what's Jessie's punishment then?
It depends. I'd probably just make it very hard for you. So
yeah,
very
give them a
hard.
beast of a session.
Exactly. So they're like, oh my God, that was horrible. I'm like, well, eat good next time and send me the pictures.
So do these clients respond well to this style where you're making them accountable every single night?
Yeah.
And do you?
Everyone has to do it. I don't care. If you don't do it, if you start it, you don't do it. After a few weeks, I will say, I think we can work together because you are not willing to do the job I ask you. So just go somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you done that in the past?
Yeah.
You've got rid of clients because they don't
follow listen.
The rules.
If you don't listen, I'm sorry, but I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to give you 100% of me. If you can't be asked to take a picture of a photo of a food and send it back to me, why should I be asked to train with you? Sorry, but I don't need you.
So they send you a photo.
Yeah.
And you respond to each one of these texts?
Yeah, I respond to all pictures, yeah.
What, do you comment on what they're eating? Or?
Yeah, I comment on what they're eating, how they look like, if I'm agree with that, if I'm not agree with that. If they have a bad day, I just text so that I understand. Sometimes when you're training with someone for a long time, you know when is they gonna fail, when they're gonna have that bad day.
Yeah.
So you kind of understand now
you can
after how many days. Yeah. So I know when a client have a bad day, and like I know she's gonna have a bad day because it's been like 14 days, 15 days, and she's down now. But I know that. And
then what happens when they have a bad day? Do you have like an intervention, or do you say them, or do you give them pep talks? Like, what do you do?
No, I just be nicer to them. I'm super nice to them. Being like, giving a little push, extra push, say, you got this, you can do it, come on. And they're like, yeah, all right, you're right. And they go back in track again.
Do you think your clients like this this style?
I hope they do.
But do any of them push back on it and go, no, that's too much, that's too intense? Or do they go, they just do it and they're
No,
happy
they
doing
just
it?
do it. It has happened that someone has felt like it's too much. They feel like it's too much pressure for me that, for example, I weigh them every week. I make sure.
So you weigh them?
Yeah, I weigh them every week. I check the body fat the week, and I take picture of them every week. So some of them say, I don't feel comfortable having the weight. I say, okay, I'll take off the weight from you, and I just check the pictures so I can anyway have an improvement. So if I have to change some things, I will change it because some people don't feel good.
Okay.
But other people they want to be every week. They're like, you're going to weigh me, you're going to check me.
Yeah.
So
you do adapt slightly to different clients.
Yeah, you have to.
So if they're uncomfortable doing the weigh-ins,
Yeah, the only thing they have to do is the food. I don't care. If you don't like it, then that's it. But you have to do it because I need to make sure you are doing what you're saying.
And you plan out all their diets?
Everything is planned, yeah.
All the ingredients, is it macro-based stuff that you work off?
Yeah. If it's a beginner, I'm more flexible. So I just say, okay, give me your nutrition, write it down 3-4 days for me, and then I'll see what I can change on that, and let's start from that. And once you're into it, then I can give you my nutrition and make sure you're actually on the plan.
Mm. Where do you find it most difficult to get the client results? What's the hardest bit of your role, do you think? The training, the nutrition, the accountability? With them,
making sure they're doing what I'm telling them to do.
Where do you get frustrated? There must be points in the business
when
where
they cheat, they cheat and they send me the picture and they're like, oh yeah, I have a bad day, but then the next day they have another bad day, and then again, and you're like, you're taking the piss. I told you be honest, but that doesn't mean you can do whatever you want because you're wasting my time. And I will say to them, stop doing it. Like, you can see the vein on my head in here, and stop doing it. And that's the frustrating part, because they don't understand. Like, I care on my way, I care. So I really want to do good. So when they fucked it up and they have not 1 or 2 days, but have a whole week where they're doing bad, it's frustrating because I understand it's not their fault on a way, but it is. And they say to me, I'm like this, I'm not gonna change. I have, for example, I got this client, one, she had a really rough time for 2 weeks. She was just overeating all the time. And I said to her, you need to sort it out, it's not okay. And her answer was, I'm like this, I'm not always gonna be fat, there's nothing I can do about it. And I went fuming to her and like, don't you dare say that, like, no way, because that's not true. If you think you're always gonna be fat, why are you doing it here wasting my time? Like, if you don't believe in yourself, it's nothing I can do for you because I'm not enough. I can't push enough for you to keep going. So these things, if you don't believe in you, if you don't believe that you can change, that's the thing that very frustrates me, because I believe in you. Why don't you believe in you?
Yeah. So how important do you think the mindset stuff in your work is?
It's probably 80% more than anything.
Really? That much for you?
It's a lot.
So what do you do in terms of the client's mindset? How do you try and get them to think differently and see things differently? Because like you said then, you believe that they can get the results, but they don't believe. So do you have a process where you take them through and show them things, or do you have to just drill it into their heads that they can get the results? How does that process work? And is it like an ongoing process?
Well, when I'm on the session and I know they need something, I will give them like a little comment, say how look they good, how good they look, or I will say how strong they get, or if no, I will say, oh, do you know why it's good for me? Sometimes when I feel bad, watch myself in the mirror, say how good I am or how great it's going to be my day, and just leave it there. And then they're like, The next day they come back to me and say, oh, Jessie, I did what you told me to do, and I feel very good today. So I always give little tips, little things to do, but I just drop it there. I'll try to not be too obvious, because I don't want them to feel like, she feel like I'm not doing good.
So these are like little positive hints or positive reinforcements.
Yeah.
And just motivating them and just dropping little things here and there.
Yeah.
Is that the same with your messaging then? Are you very tough on them, or are you very in terms of supporting? And
I'm very supporting, but when I have to be tough, I'll be tough. So it's a time for everything. I'll say to them sometimes when I'm training and they can't do something, but not because they can't, but because they feel like they can. I'll get mad. They can see I'm getting mad. I'm not aggressive or anything. It's just, you see the tone of my voice change because I know they can do it. And they're like, oh, it's too heavy. I'll be like, no, I'm serious. Like, no, do it. And then at the end of the session, I will say to them, you know why I was doing that? That, yeah, you know, you can do things, not like I'm doing it because I'm mad at you or anything. And just make sure they understand why when I'm mad, when I'm too hard with them, is because I want to do better and because I know they can do it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the session, if I was too tough with them, I make sure they understand it was for a reason.
So do you have a minimum package that you put people on, or a minimum program? Yeah,
the minimum is I've been using it now recently for students more than anything, which is the 12 weeks packages.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan because I know you can have a result in 12 weeks. It's easy. I can get anyone result in 12 weeks. It's the after that, because at the end it's a crash diet and all that kind of stuff. You have to be quick. I'm not a big fan. I'm a fan of a slow process. So 1 year, 6 months, I'd rather something like that. That's why I sell usually to my clients 1 year transformation, where we change not just physically, but mentally. I'll teach you how to keep going on your own after that. Then if you want to stay with me more time, fair enough. But if I feel like you don't need me, I may say to you, look, you don't really need me. So if you really want to be around me, we'll just get 1 session a week and you just keep going along, because I'd rather help other people who actually need me more than you. So that's what I do. So
do you gain commitment for these 12-month packages up front?
They have to sign an agreement with me.
So it's like you have a contract?
Yeah, I have a contract. They sign a contract with me. It's for 12 months. And we keep going from there. We take it from there.
And they pay up front?
Some people pay up front. I don't ask them to. You got the choice. If you want to, you can pay up front. If you can afford it, you pay monthly. So most people decide to pay up front because they say, if I pay up front, I know I'm tied to that and I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
I can't quit.
I can't commitment.
Quit. Yeah, because it's no refunds. Sorry. No, if you start at 1 month and then you want to leave.
Okay. So you gain the commitment by putting the no refund policy in it.
Exactly. No matter what, I'm not going to give you a refund.
And you make it cheaper for signing up front, or is it the same as a month-by-month basis?
It's the same.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's no real incentive for them to sign up early other than the commitment to actually making it happen.
Yeah. Unless if you pay for 12 months, is a price. Like it come up roughly as a £40 a session. But if you stay for the 12 weeks, it's short time, then I charge you £50 a session. It's more because it's going to be a short commitment. So that's why. The more committed you are, then the less you're going to be paying.
Here's an interesting one. So the ones that are on these 12 months packages and they're paying up front, how do the results change from the ones that pay monthly or do the smaller packages, but repeat the packages?
Yeah. It's a different way of, like physically, they all change.
Yeah,
they all change. Of course, they have to. It's more the mentality is changed because they come back to me and say, "Oh, I remember when I started, the way I see the gym is completely different. The way I see myself is completely different. The people who do the 12 weeks is just a physical thing. That's it. They just want to change the body and that's it. And they leave. And then they come back because they say, I fucked it up again. And like, dude, I told you." So that's the difference. Like people who stay in the 12 months, they always keep the progress. People who stay in the 12 weeks, because they only see as a something physical, they tend to rebound.
So it's that mental commitment and the mindset that changes the most.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting because that's probably the hardest thing to change is the mindset.
Yeah.
The body, you can change it a lot easier, I think. But the mindset, that's something that's been conditioned for years and years and years to think a certain way. And so to reverse that and get it to think in a positive way towards fitness and training, I think that's a bigger task. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally.
So with these ones that are signing for a year, have you had anyone that's repeat?
Most of them stay with me. They are
for years?
Yeah. Since I started, they have been with me. And then after the year, I say, I want to do another year. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let's go another year then. We just keep going. Like I got this client. She came with me because she wants to lose weight, lose some fat. She's a skinny fat client, so she wasn't big anyway. And we lost the weight and everything. Now she's loving it. And she say, I want to compete. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, that's a new goal. So the goal for the new year is to get her in shape for competing.
Nice. So what's your style of training? Do you have a certain style that you've chosen?
It depends on the person.
So you adjust. You don't have a particular niche.
No, because some people can do some stuff. So you need to start from some HIIT sessions, some basic stuff. Some people actually can do a lot. So I'll be doing something more close to what the way I train, which I enjoy it.
Which is what's your style?
Kind of bodybuilding-ish.
Okay. And why do you like bodybuilding?
I don't know. I just love the way it makes you feel, because you like, if you do powerlifting is cool, feel strong, do the exercise good, but bodybuilding is the way the shape of your body, how it changes, is different. You learn so much about how the body can react to anything. It's so more interesting. The exercises are more fun as well. So I guess that you can adapt more to your body than anything else.
So 2019, we're almost there.
Yeah.
We've got a few more days to go.
I know.
What's going to happen for you in 2019? Have you got goals? Have you got plans? Have you got changes? Have you got projects? What's going to happen?
Well, I'm a kind of person, like, I always have goals.
Okay, let's talk about those.
Yeah, so I always have to put some goals in my life and keep going, because if I have no goals, and like what I'm doing. My main goal at the moment is to get to the Arnold's. So I really want to go there, and I am going to do anything to get there. So now I'm going to compete in May, at the end of May, try to get to the British finals, and from there try to get the invitation for the Arnold, that's going to be my main goal in 2019. I'm going to be focused on that.
Why is that your main goal?
I don't know. It's like, I see them high. Like, people who is there is because they really grasp. When I see people who compete national, it's just basic again. So I don't want to be basic. I want to be on top of that. So that's why I want to go to the Arnold's, and to prove myself that I can do anything I want.
Is there a reason why you want to prove yourself? Is there what's driving that? Is there something
Everything
inside you?
Everything I do is to prove my family that I can be better, I can do better. Because I come from a very poor family. And when I was a kid, there are so many things I miss. So I remember when I was younger, I was a baby, I used to say to my mom, when I grow up, I'm going to give you a house, I'm going to give you a bed, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to make sure you don't have to work, because she used to have 4 jobs to make sure we have food on the table. So I feel like I own her that. So that's why I'm all the time trying to improve myself and do better and better, because I want to make sure that she is proud of me for everything, because she did so much for me. And I feel like it's something that has to be done.
So when you're training for these competitions, what's the process? Have you got someone that you're going to train with, or are you going to do this all on your own?
No, I'm training with someone at the moment. He's been off for a bit, but hopefully he will go back again in January, so we can start, because you can't train on your own. When you're doing this type of competitions, you need someone to tell you what you're doing wrong, because even if you check in the mirror, you don't really see what's missing. So you need a second opinion on everything you're doing. So you have to invest in trust someone else, because it's hard when you're a personal trainer, ask someone else for advices when you're like, oh, I don't agree with you, but you're like, you have to do it, because everyone works different, and that way maybe works for you as well.
How do you choose the person that's going to teach you?
In the same way people choose me, I stalk them on Instagram and see how they do.
So
yeah, like someone could say, I make a comment and I say, oh, I want to do something like that. Do you know any personal trainers? And they say to me, oh, follow this one. And I follow for a couple of weeks, and I see what they do. The stories more than anything, no much the content, but the stories.
That's interesting, because we're going back to the stories.
I go back, check the stories every day, and I see, and like, I like this guy. I think he's a good personality. I'm gonna ask him, and that's how I choose this guy, because I was following so many others, and I felt the other ones were very like boring people.
So did you make the decision based on his Instagram stories and his personality versus the way he trains? Yeah,
before than anything. And then after I like him because of that, I check, okay, let's see how he actually train as well. And like, no, actually, he's actually good. And he's very good. Good.
That's super interesting. And that's how powerful social media is for people, particularly trainers. the stories. We've come back to that on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
One for yourself for generating business, but also you're finding your coach via
like
Instagram
he's
stories.
having a time off for his personal problems. So I've been looking around on the PTs just in case. And the more I look to other people, I'm like, I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, you people are boring. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to pay someone who is boring. Maybe you are not, but this is what you're showing to me. And I don't want that. So I'm like, I can't change him because at the moment, I don't see anybody who worth my time.
So will he come to your gym, or do you have to go to his gym?
I go to his gym. Yeah,
and how many times?
It's good as well. It's good as well for me to clean my head because I'm every day in the same gym all day.
It's like a different environment.
Yeah.
I did it recently. I switched from what used to be Lifestyle to JD just for that reason. Not because the equipment was bad or because I didn't really like the space, but I think it's important to change the environment because when you get too comfortable sometimes, it stunts your growth. Because it's kind of like being in a comfort zone all the time where you know everybody, it's easy, where actually you want to be in a different environment and experience new things because then it forces you to look at things differently or grow in a different way.
Yeah.
What other goals do you have?
What other goals I have? This is my main goal. And then in 5 years' time, I want to have my own family because I say like 26, and I'm not old, but in my mind, I'm like, from South America, usually South Americans have the family at a young age.
Yeah.
So for my family, I'm old now. What are you doing in your life? So maybe in 5 years' time, have my own family, grow my own business because I want to open my own gym. Like, I don't know if you heard about Brett Contreras, the glute guy. Oh, he's amazing. So he has his gym, I think it's in California. And the gym is great. And I want something like his gym. So I was thinking to go to America to do like a mentorship with him, stay with him, see how he does everything, and then implement that on the gym that I eventually going to open. Probably not in Manchester, probably London, because I think it's more people in there that are going to be interested in that.
What excites you about opening a gym? And where's that coming from? Where's that interest from?
It's going to be my gym, my rules now.
I think it's like going to that next level though as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of like proving yourself, but proving your family and making something of yourself.
Exactly.
And that's all it comes back to really, isn't it? If you really break it down, it's not really about owning a gym.
Yeah, it's not about owning the gym. It's about like, you made it. You feel good, like, oh, look back and you're like, oh, wow, I went so far. Is that?
What about online training? Because we spoke about this when we had coffee.
Yeah.
And I think you were concerned about the results because it's harder to control, isn't it? You've not got that same level of accountability or control when it goes online. What's your views on online training? Is it something that you're going to explore or are you going to stay away?
Yeah, I'm thinking to start to do online. I'm doing online training, but I'm not really pushing that much. I will do eventually, probably in a couple of months, open my website and everything and try it up. The thing is, because I can't really control people, I'm not really there with them, it's very hard for me to make sure they have the results because more than anything is beginners. So I'm not the kind of person going to lie to you and say, yeah, you're going to get a transformation, don't worry, just pay me. No, I need to make sure you actually do it. So it takes a while and people want the easy result, the quick result, especially on internet. So I'm concerned about that because I want people to get results. I don't want bad feedback. You're all going to have bad feedback from someone. But I don't want that. I want when people say, oh, yeah, she's good, she helped me out. So that's why that's the hard part. Make sure people actually do what you ask them to do. Yeah.
You showed me a book that you were reading earlier. Are you a big reader?
I love reading. Yeah.
What sort of things do you read?
At the moment, like self-improvement type of books. I really like them. Like I had, now I'm reading the 5 a.m. Club. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting because it's basically about these people who wake up, successful people who wake up at 5 a.m. and start their day very early. And because they start so early, they got time to do so many things. Like they wake up in the morning, go and train. By 7 o'clock, they already have done a lot of tasks. And then go to work and do everything. And it's interesting, different way. Yeah. Because I used to be a lazy person, like chill, like wake up in the afternoon. And now my life is completely changed. So it's interesting. Then before I was reading books about how to love yourself more than anything.
Like we spoke about earlier, loving yourself first.
Yeah.
So that you can love other people.
Exactly. And as well, another one I'm reading at the moment as well is what is it? Finding your why? Something like that. And basically, this book where he explained that in life, if you need to find the reason why you're doing things. So it's a very deep book because it makes you understand like when you do things for no reasons, you're like kind of nowhere. So you need to understand why you're doing things, why you decide to do some things, why you say some things. So it's a very deep book. It's interesting.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. And that's kind of coming back to goals, because at this point in the year, we're at what we are now, 28th, 29th?
Yeah, 28th.
This is like a perfect time to set goals, right?
Yeah.
But I put a poll out on my Instagram the other day. Quite a lot of people replied, yeah, I've set them. But a lot of people won't have set goals.
Yeah.
And I think that's down to the fact that they don't have a why. People set goals because they have a why or they have a reason for doing something. Kind of like why I asked you why you wanted to have a gym or why you want to compete. It's not to compete.
Yeah.
It's for that.
It's much deeper. Yeah. You need to.
There needs to be a reason. I think like it's really important that you ask the question why you want to do something, or find out a reason why you should do it, because that is real motivation. Motivation comes and goes.
Yeah.
Like some days you'll feel like going to the gym, some days you won't. But if you have a why, a reason why you set the goals, that will give you the motivation all the time.
Yeah.
That's our true motivation.
Yeah. That's why I ask my clients all the time at the beginning of the consultation, okay, why you want to lose weight? And they're like, because I want to feel good. Nah, that's not the right answer. Why you want to do it? Tell me the truth. And I go deep in there until they actually tell me the real reason, so that the time they want to quit, I'll be like, you remember the first day you tell me this? All right, like, let's go back to this then.
Yeah, I'm the same. With my clients, I figure out why. Not I want to make more money, because that's not the reason.
Yeah.
There's more than that. I want to know why you want to make money. I want to know why you want to make that much money. I want to know why you want that much clients. What is the real reason? Because when we understand what that is, we can use that later as fuel, as the real motivation. When you don't feel like doing it, we can say, no, this is why you're doing it. And it's the same for personal training, right? You need to know exactly what keeps them up at night or what motivates them.
Yeah.
Because once you've got those and you understand them as a trainer, you can use that as leverage to help them get results and really help them move and progress as personal trainers. Personal training clients. So we're an hour, or almost an hour in already. Gone pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how does it feel to be doing a podcast after only learning how to speak English, 7 years ago?
Yeah. When you asked me, I was like, should I do it? I don't know. Why people don't understand what I'm saying? But then I thought, people watch my stories all the time. If they don't get it, why they listen to me anyway?
This is the same as doing stories, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
So if people want to find you, they're going to go to Instagram, right?
Exactly.
What's your Instagram? How are people going to search you and find you?
My Instagram is Jessie Rossolato. Yeah, the surname is hard. So if someone struggle, it's easy. Just drop me a message, and I try to help. I see where are you lacking at, and I try to help you out. Because at the end, we all have to help each other. Mm.
Yeah, there's enough for everyone.
Yeah.
There's definitely enough for everyone. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you for inviting me.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for tuning into the show. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, head over to your favorite app and leave us a short review. I'd really appreciate that. And if you wanted to learn more about our products and services, head over to CoachingIgnited.com. And if you wanted an awesome website built for your coaching business, head over to our partner company, SavectaMedia.com. That's all from me. See you soon.